Jackie Jones, yeah. Alright, this is Jackie Jones here at The Jackie Jones Show over at IYHWrestling.com. And of course, it's another edition of the infamous prize wheel. But before we get to that, we're going to have to finish up the prizes on here. Let's go over some of these prizes. We've got Masked Republic. You got to check those guys out. MaskedRepublic.com. Gimmicks Tees. Now, you might have seen a Sin Cara shirt with a big old penis on it by WWE.com. None of that over at GimmicksTees.com. Only the finest quality. We've got Slamoween DVD. That's pretty sweet. We have Geek Girls Online for all you fans over the age of 18 and the single ones. We've got Death Race from Universal Home Video. That's pretty sweet. NWALegends.com. You hear us talk about it every year. We go to the Fan Fest for the last 6 years. This will be our 7th time. This is going to be the last one. So, folks, you've never gone, you've been wanting to go, you got to make it this year. And thanks to them, you can win your choice of an autographed photo from a legend right off their site, NWALegends.com. Now, if you don't win, you just go there anyway. Because they're buy one, get one free right now. And even when they're not buy one, get one free, they're pretty inexpensive, so check that out. We've got Guest Booker with Terry Taylor. Thanks to our buddy Sean Oliver over at KayfabeCommentaries.com. Of course, we've got Bombshell Comics. A hand-drawn Nature Boy Ric Flair print signed by the artist. That is pretty sweet. Now, what else is going to go up here? Freaking amazing, people. Let's see here. The double spin. If you spin that, you get 2 prize spins. So you definitely want to win this week. And you want to spin that. We've got the Hulk Hogan Boot Band CD. I know who wants that. Mr. President himself. We also have an old school In Your Head t-shirt. And last, but not least, we have Weekend at Bernie's 2 DVD. Oh man, some heavy duty prizes on the wheel today. Pretty freaking amazing. Now who won? just hold your horses, buddy. Alright, now, I've been saying some folks have sent them in. You send in a video question, send it in via YouTube, send me the actual file, however you can do it. Ask me a question, I'll show it here on the show, no matter what you ask. Try to keep it fairly short. You know, we don't have all the time in the world here. I'll show it on the show, and I'll answer it. That's right. So we got 2 people this week. Also, if you do this, you get your name in the hat for a chance at the prize. Not only do you get it in for 1 week, whole month. Alright. So first up, we've got a video here from my man, Spec Son. Alright, guys. Roll up.
Hello, peeps and peepettes, and everyone of the In Your Head Headyverse. I am Spec Son, and I have a quick question for the handsome Jackie Jones and the Power Goat 1-inch biceps, pertaining to the In Your Head prize wheel. Now, as you all know, the Royal Rumble will be coming up very, very shortly. And it's only about 2 months, month and a half away. And the general consensus is that the 1992 Royal Rumble is the best of all time. And I certainly agree with that sentiment for anybody who dare mentions it. But my question to you guys is, besides the 1992 Royal Rumble, which Royal Rumble do you consider to be your second favorite, if the 1992 Royal Rumble is indeed your first favorite? That's my question, and I hope to be a winner in the In Your Head prize wheel. Thank you.
Good question, Spec Son. Big fan of the Royal Rumble, just like I think pretty much everybody. And I think it's no doubt that the one where Ric Flair wins the 91 Royal Rumble is definitely the best one. It's hard to even argue that. Now after that, there are a lot of good ones. Now I'm kind of biased to the old ones from the 90s, early 90s, late 80s, because that's when I was the epitome of being a fan and looking back at them. There's so many stars in all those Rumbles that I was just loved as a child and still look back fondly. And I think it was the one where Hulk Hogan beats he eliminates Kurt Hennig, and that's like an awesome Rumble. But it does get taken down a little bit because Hulk Hogan was already the champion, and does it really need to win the Royal Rumble? And as a kid, I hated Hulk Hogan, so. But the Rumble itself is great. 2001 Rumble, really good. But I'm actually going to go with the 93 Royal Rumble. It's the one Yokozuna won, and I was a big fan of Yokozuna, as most fans know of In Your Head. I'm a big fan of the big guys, especially guys that can really do a lot. And for his size, Yokozuna could do anything. I mean, this guy was like 600 pounds, do standing side kicks and stuff. I really liked him. So, plus you had the crazy Bob Backlund. And up to this point, Bob Backlund was from another generation for me. And this wasn't back when you had YouTube and you could go and look up, all these matches from these guys from different eras. I just heard of the name. I saw him in some magazines. I think I saw him in UWF or something like that. But he was really foreign to me. And he really stuck out as just this guy from this other era. He had this big smile on his face. And I just couldn't understand it. I was like, who is this guy? And he actually started, I didn't like him up to this point. And he really won me over in the Rumble when he was staying in so long. And then when he went crazy after the Rumble, just became one of my favorite characters. But he won me over in that Rumble. Macho Man, really good. But Yokozuna winning the Rumble, and I didn't really expect it, because at that point in time, it's really pretty much a babyface has always won everything. So Yokozuna winning Royal Rumble 93. I'm going to put that up there right behind the 91 one, where Ric Flair won. Good stuff. Alright, so what else we have here? I think next up is Miss Destiny. So let it roll, Miss Destiny.
Hey Jack, it's me, Miss Destiny, aka Lisa, and I just have a little question for you, and it is for the prize pool, and I hope that everything is going well for you, and I hope that everything is just going well for you. My question for you is this: out of all the commentary teams in WWE history, which 10 teams would be your top 10 and why? I happen to have a list of my top 10 right here. As you can see, Booker T, Josh Matthews, and Michael Cole is at 10. Jesse the Body Ventura and Gorilla Monsoon at 9. William Regal and Jack Cropella NXT is 8. 7 is Jesse Ventura and Vince McMahon. 6 is Michael Cole and Taz. 5 is Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan. 4 is Gorilla Monsoon, Macho Man, Randy Savage, and Vince McMahon from King of the Ring. 3 is my first commentary team ever, Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole. Number 2 would be Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler. And my favorite combination team would be Matt Striker, Jerry Lawler, and Michael Cole. And I hope so. Out of all the commentary teams in the world, which 10 teams are your top 10 favorites and why? And of course, you said you wanted me to plug your show, so here you go. www.inyourheadonline.com. Go check it out. As I hope I did this right, because I don't know if I'm going to call into the show tomorrow because I'll be tired from work. So I hope to see you very soon. Hope to see you in the chat room very soon, Jack. And I hope that everything is going for you. And I hope that I might win a prize this week. So again, here is the little plug-a-roo here, right here, and I hope that everything is doing good for you, and I hope that everything goes well. So let me just type this in the here. HTTP. And I hope that I might win the prize tonight. I hope I do this right, and I hope you like my new glasses. So everything is going right for me, and I hope that you have a good night. So talk to you soon. Hope I win the prize pool. Bye.
Well, it's a good question, Miss Destiny, and thanks for the video. Now, I always carry this around with me just in case anyone ever asks me my favorite top 10 commentary teams. So it's a good thing I have. It's coming in handy tonight. So let's see. Now, if I had more time to think about this, because I just jotted this down, every couple days I'll just jot down my top 10 list, and these guys might not make it normally, but what the hell, they're going to be on here. Don West and Mike Tenay. I thought good commentary team in the beginning days of TNA. I sorely missed Don West. I know a lot of people did not like the man, but he's a hell of a lot better than old Yambag, in my opinion. We got Bob Caudle and Dave Crockett. Dave Crockett not the best, but Bob Caudle, hard to beat him. Also good memories. Tony Schiavone and Dusty Rhodes. I know a lot of people might not like Dusty Rhodes, but how can you not love clubbering people? I mean, come on, it's friggin' Dusty Rhodes. It's good stuff. Then I got Jim Ross and Jim Cornette. I was a big fan of Jim Cornette on color commentary. I was trying to think of the best team he was with. I liked him with Jim Ross, so he's going on here. Jesse the Body and Gorilla Monsoon. Just one of the highlights of a kid watching WWF was definitely the commentary, I think, which is quite the opposite today, in my opinion, but just amazing. Jesse and Gorilla. A lot of good teams back in the 80s in WWF in the commentary. 5 is actually just a one guy, but I'm putting Joey Styles there. I liked him with Cyrus. I liked him with Joel Gertner, but I actually preferred him just by himself. And to me, he's the voice of ECW. I know it's a cliche, but it's a cliche because it's true. And I think a lot of the ECW stuff held up so well and was so memorable because of Joey Styles. Of course, everything else, but Joey Styles is a big part of it, so he's going on my list. 4, how can you deny Jerry the King Lawler and Jim Ross? The best commentary team in modern era, bar none in my opinion. Maybe today they're not quite the same, although you got Michael Cole with them, but still people like to see him. And a lot of that stuff in the Attitude Era, without Jim Ross there, I mean, it'd probably still be good, but when you think about it, you in your memory of the different things, Foley off the Hell in the Cell, Steve Austin coming out, you have Jim Ross's commentary in your head for part of those memories. We've got Jesse Ventura and Vince McMahon. I'm never really a big fan of Vince McMahon as a commentator, but him and Jesse, good stuff. Jesse would always make fun of him. I enjoyed that. Number 2, I'm putting the Nitro commentary of Tony Schiavone, Bobby Heenan, Mike Tenay. He was in there now. Yes, Larry Zbyszko and some other people. But definitely Tony Schiavone, Heenan. I know Heenan's not a fan of Tony Schiavone. I'm a big fan of Tony Schiavone. I know a lot of people on the internet aren't. I think he's great. Love Nitro. Miss it to this day. Number 1 commentary team, in my opinion, of all time. I really can't see it ever being beaten, and that would be Bobby the Brain Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon. To me, that's perfect. When I think about, as a kid watching wrestling, I like the NWA. I really like the commentators in WWF. I like the heel color man. What can I say? It's good times. There's a lot of guys that didn't make my list that I did like. I thought Roddy Piper was pretty good. And I think he's great, even though I thought he's probably my favorite promo guy of all time. But I liked him. I couldn't really think of a great team with him, Piper, but I always liked him. And there's some other people, Paul Heyman, I thought was good. Terry Funk was good in his short run. And there's a lot of people that I'm forgetting right now. And I do put a lot of people on here that I didn't get to see. I know people would think like Lance Russell and But, I mean, if I put them there, it'd be kind of disingenuous because it would just be people that I saw on video today and I didn't grow up watching them. So these are people I grew up watching and that I genuinely think are good. Alright. Let's get to this prize wheel. Now, how do you get in this hat? Alright, we could send me something here. That'd be pretty good. But, what you do is you listen to InYourHeadOnline.com, IYH Wrestling, 8:05 p.m. Eastern every Wednesday night. Call into the show. Ask a question to the guest. Ask a question to us. You can also retweet us. Just plug us anywhere on the internet, and you get yourself in this hat. That's pretty sweet. If you want to get on here, if you have a website, if you're a wrestler, if you're a promoter, whatever it is, you sell T-shirts and you want to plug, you donate a prize for the fans. Your site gets a banner on IYHWrestling.com. We talk about it each week on the show. Talk about here on this. And there's a permanent link right on the top of the page, so you can click it. Not permanent, I mean, you know, at least 3 months I'll put you up there for giving the prize. Alright. It's good times here, people. Also, if you're just a fan of the show, there has been some fans that have donated prizes here. Like, you got some old VHS tapes or DVDs you don't want anymore, and you thought it'd be fun to give them out for prizes for the In Your Head fans. Send them on over. Alright, guys. Let's see. Let's see who won. Who won this week? There was no guess, just Jack and Incher, and people just seem to like that, so there'll probably be more of them on occasion. I like that a guess, but, you know, sometimes they're hard to set up. No, you know, it used to be, I'd say the first year of In Your Head, we only had like one. I think one really, no-show really stands out. Even like the first 3 or 4 years, I think there's just a handful. But over this last year, I think there's been more no-shows than of all the previous years combined. I don't know what that says about people. If people aren't, they don't stand up to their word as much as they used to. I don't know. But I've noticed that. Anyway. Alright. The winner is... I mean, I know we don't pay any of you. I know we don't pay you. But, if you say you're coming on the show, you should be there. Hey, it's your word. Your word should mean something. Alright. The winner is... Oh, man. The winner is... I have a different name here. But, the winner is Mick Cage. New caller to the show. He was a Frank McCage. It's a hell of a caller. He talked all about building real cages, a mesh cage. Because as everyone knows out there, if you're a real wrestling fan, a real mesh cage like they used in the 80s in the NWA for War Games and for Harley Race versus Ric Flair at Starrcade and the I Quit match, Magnum TA versus Tully Blanchard. They had real cages. They had a cage that looked like animals. You would stick animals in and they would tear each other apart. They would tear their flesh apart. They'd be bloody. They would fight. Then in WWF, at the same time, they had what is called now the Big Blue Cage. It looked like a big toy. It looked very Hollywood. It looked very hokey. It was very cartoony. And if you're a real wrestling fan like myself, like Frank McCage, you know that it's blasphemy to even think that the Big Blue Cage even holds up remotely to a real mesh cage. Not only that, just think about it. If you're in a mesh cage, just think of War Games. The object was to beat your opponent into submission. He had to quit. There was no pin. There was definitely not running away. No way to get out. Top on the cage. You're in there. You don't even want to get away. You want to beat your opponent till he gives up. Big Blue Cage. What is the object? Run away. Get away. Who's the real man here, folks? The guy who wants to pummel their opponent into submission, or somebody who wants to climb away and run away? Alright. Alright, Frank McCage. Rookie of the Year. This is all legit. All one take. What did you win? What did you win, Frank McCage? Find out here in 1 second. I'm going to give it a nice spin here. What would you like, Frank McCage? Would you like a Weekend at Bernie's DVD? Would you like some Geek Girls Online? Would you like NWA Legends autograph? Would you like an NWA Legends t-shirt? There's so many things here, buddy. There are so many things. But this is what you're winning. This is what you are winning. You want yourself a 1-month subscription to GeekGirlsOnline.com. Now, if you don't want that, if you don't like to look at the girlies, that's your own business. I don't judge. But if you don't want that, the same person donated that, Athena Hollow, very good girl. She is awesome. You can check out Geek Girls Online. You can see how good a girl she is. You can, instead of that, you can get a month subscription to her gaming website. So either one you want. Good times. One's totally family friendly. You play some games, whatever you want to do. The other one, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, Frankie McCage, let me know. You won. Thanks for listening. You're a good man. And thank Athena Hollow for all the prizes here. And congratulations to Athena Hollow because she is, this is kind of an outdated term, but she is with child. So, good times. Congratulations to her and her man in her life. All right, thank you for listening. Check out IYHWrestling.com every Wednesday night, 8:05 p.m. Eastern. Next week on the show, we're going to have Caleb Conley, independent wrestler, really good stuff. He'll be on the show. Upcoming on the show in 2012 will be Maurice, George Animal Steel, and some other surprises. It's going to be good stuff. Check it out, and thanks for listening. Oh, man! Yeah! Jack Jones!